Today I'm going to be talking about Casper and why I believe right now is a great opportunity to be getting some Casper if you don't have any in your portfolio. It's one of the best projects for this bull run. It's truly a unique project, and I'm going to be talking to you about the catalyst and why I believe it's a great buy right now. If that sounds interesting, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll get straight into it. So I just put out a tweet earlier saying Casper will make a comeback. Mark my words. And right now, there's a lot of people fading Casper as it's currently below its all-time highs of 20 cents. And let's be honest, right? It's one of the charts which has looked pretty weak compared to many other altcoins. However, there's a major catalyst coming at the end of this month, which I believe will be enough to bring it to all-time highs in the next few weeks. And that catalyst is smart contracts on Casper. They are coming at the end of the month, August 31st. And we know that that could be one of the biggest catalysts for Casper. Some people say that is the catalyst to give it tier 1s. I'm not necessarily going to comment on that because honestly, I don't know when Casper will get tier 1s. There's a lot of YouTubers out there giving you random dates. They've been wrong pretty much every time they've ever given you a prediction. But right now, I am of the belief that Casper is going to make a major move to the upside in the coming weeks. If we look at the chart, it's been compressing more than ever. We've got this clear resistance that we've had since basically the all-time high back at 20 cents. And Casper has essentially failed to get above this the entirety of its downtrend, which technically it's still in, right, as a downtrend. However, if we zoom in, we're getting some nice green candles here. I believe we will have enough to finally break out and get that move to 20 cents. And then after 20 cents, we'll be looking at 30 cents. We can see that 30 cents is where the 1.618 fib level is. That is a major level of potential profit taking, right? We know that projects like to follow the fib levels, and 30 cents is an excellent level to potentially take some profits. Now, I'm not saying that will be the cycle top, but it is a level to potentially take a little bit of profits, especially if you're like me and you are buying Casper all the way down at 3 cents, right? If you're up at 30 cents, you're up 10x on your money. So it's a great time to potentially take a little bit of profits off the table. However, when we look at Casper currently, we're seeing search trends go to the upside. Okay, we're seeing a lot more interest in Casper, which is a great thing when we're looking at retail. Now, Casper is specifically an altcoin with a huge degree of influence from retail because it's not an institutionally backed altcoin like maybe a Solana or a Sui. So a lot of the buying pressure comes from retail investors just like you and I, compared to something like Sui where maybe there's a lot more institutional interest. So one of the main things that was pushing Casper up were the YouTubers, the influencers, and, huge amounts of community, around Casper, right? And Casper is one of the strongest community coins out there in the entire market. And we're seeing those search trends, we're seeing that interest tick to the upside. Now, when we look at the technology of Casper, it is essentially like Bitcoin, but way more scalable. That's how I describe Casper. It's basically Bitcoin, but if it was truly a good peer-to-peer currency. And you can see here the comparison of the speed, how long it takes Casper to transact compared to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is extremely slow, Casper is extremely fast. Now, a lot of people will be asking, what is a way to capitalize from the smart contracts pump? Now, maybe Casper runs up to 30 cents when that comes out. How can I make more money than just a 3x? Now, that is where you get into some of the beta plays on Casper. You can find the beta plays by going to cas.fyi/KRC20 tokens. And you can see all the different tokens on Casper. You've got all the big memes, okay? Now, out of the memes, my personal favorite is Kaspa. This is the one which seems to be moving the most in the right direction. They've got decent listings. The meme is actually a true story of someone who used their Casper to save a cat's life, right? Now, I don't really care about the memes and all of that, but I just care about memes to make money, right? I don't really care too much about the storyline and all of that. If they're getting listings, if they've got a community, that's enough for me to signify a potential buy. And Kaspa for me at 4 million in market cap is a potential buy at those levels. Obviously, if Casper makes a nice run up to maybe 10 billion in market cap, then Kaspa could make a nice run up to maybe 100 million in market cap, right? It's reasonable to assume that one of the best memes could get to 100 million if the project itself gets to 10 billion. That's not a target. That's not a price prediction. I'm just giving it as a potential level where you could see a meme like Kaspa. Okay, so overall, Casper right now is looking pretty good. We're seeing a bit of a move to the upside. We need to break above this downward slope in resistance for me to flip definitively bullish. But right now I am optimistic and I'm liking what I'm seeing. I just need to wait it out a little bit more, see a confirmation of a breakout, and then I can go full on ultra bullish on Casper again. Because Casper has officially been in a downtrend since its all-time high at 20 cents. And every time we've come in contact with this trend line, we have rejected. So hopefully this time is different. Due to the fact that Ethereum's pumping and the overall market's heading up, I think this time could be different, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. And if you want to see my real-time buy and sell alerts, check out the VIP group link down below. We've made a 22x on Troll just in the last couple of weeks. A lot of the VIPs made over a 40x on the Ibiza Final Boss meme coin as well. I dropped that one in the DGen chat. My members made a 40x on that one. And just in general, we've got great entries on all of the best coins. Casper, we entered at 3 cents. Sui, we entered well below $1. We're just printing 24/7. And you also gain access to a Discord group with a Casper section. So if you're interested in Casper, you can talk to like-minded individuals about Casper. In that section, right, we've got a very active Discord community. People are posting updates, posting potential setups, posting news. And as I said, we've got an entire section dedicated to Casper where people are talking about the project, looking at price targets, looking at news. And if you want to be in the know in this market, then make sure you are in the Discord group, which you can join by becoming a VIP member. If you want to pay in cryptocurrency, I do accept crypto. All the information is down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.